Morality seems to change with the times in the atheist community. Why are morals so subjective within the atheist community? Morals are subjective, period. You can say that you have an absolute moral handed to you by God, but I call bullshit. Because you don't believe the same way Christians did 1,000 years ago, and they didn't believe the same way Christians did 500 years before that. Christians don't believe the same way Jews believed, etc., etc., etc. Morality changes with the times. You don't keep antiquated beliefs around just because it was written in a book that's what you're supposed to do. You keep the beliefs that are most beneficial to a group of people. Murdering is bad. You want to stop people from murdering. That's why we have laws against it. It's generally accepted by all humans that murder is wrong. It doesn't take a god or any supernatural being to tell you that murder is wrong. Same thing with stealing. Same thing with lying, all that stuff. I mean, it's pretty common sense, don't you think? So, I mean, morals are relative. That's only natural that they would change to better fit circumstances. Why, if you are an atheist, do you spend so much time speaking about religion, especially the Christian faith? That's a pretty good question, and I think it needs to be addressed. It's not like I have anything personal against Christianity. I think that it's irrational, but so are all religions. All religions are irrational. But I talk about Christianity, and I mean, I don't have many YouTube videos. I talk to my wife and to my in-laws a lot about this. But Christianity it's what I know. And I know the doctrine, and I was a part of it, so I can attack that safely. I don't know anything about Islam, and I haven't studied that much about Islam. I know the very, very basics. So it wouldn't make sense for me to concentrate on Islam when I don't know anything about it. Not to say that Islam is better than Christianity. I'm going with what I know here, and I know Christianity. I would attack other religions if I knew that much about it. Maybe that's my fault for not studying it more thoroughly. I don't know. Why does so many of your interests, art and entertainment, center around human suffering and tragedy? Does this reflect an inner turmoil because of the absence of God? Well, I don't really think so, because I'm assuming that you wrote these questions for someone else, because that's kind of a leap to assume that someone's entertainment centers around human tragedy. My forms of entertainment encompass all human emotions. Sadness, grief, loss, happiness, death. I mean, there's so many things. Humans are very, very complex, and I think it's just kind of a part of the human experience to feel all those things and to be witness to all those things. Anyone that tells you that, oh, well, you're not a real Christian if you're entertained by, insert scary band name here, I don't know. You're not a real Christian for that. But I think if being a Christian requires that you limit your emotional faculties to such a narrow scope, then you're depriving yourself of, it's more than just entertainment. You're becoming more narrow-minded than you already were by being a Christian. You have to be open to new experiences. You have to be open to feeling more than just, oh, praise Jesus, that sort of rapture. You just can't do that. That makes you a stunted human being, and other people can tell when you're a stunted human being. Okay. If Jesus were physically alive today and preaching the same message as he did before, would you accept his teaching as being valid and viable to our community and your own personal life? Well, I mean, Jesus taught a lot of good things, or at least the person that wrote Jesus. I don't know. But yeah, the teachings of Jesus are pretty solid. I mean, they're don't you think they're kind of common sense? I mean, do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. Turn the other cheek, being good to people. I think that's pretty common sense. And plus, I mean, Jesus and the Pharisees, I mean, can't you kind of see parallels to that in today's society where the dogmatic religious people persecute others and seem to kind of forget what Jesus actually taught them? You can see that with people condemning homosexuals. I mean, Jesus taught love and stuff, but you wouldn't know it by the way the Christians act sometimes. Not all Christians, but a good deal of them act that way, and it's pretty disgusting, especially in a culture and a society that is supposedly advanced. We're supposed to be beyond this Bronze Age superstition that tells you to hate gay people because they're gay. I don't know. That's a topic for a completely different discussion, so I'll leave that one alone. Considering all the opinions you express about the dangers of religion and the world's problems, why don't you offer any solutions to the problems on a specific level? Well, I think that problems are offered. Solutions are offered to problems. I think, though, that they're rejected. I think religion itself is part of the problem, maybe not the biggest problem in the world. I know religion can do a lot of good things, but I don't think that religion is part of the solution. I think if you imagine an equation, left side of the equation is the problem and right side's the solution, religion would be in the left side. I think that the world's problems are too complex to simply be solved by by rogue atheists in their basements concocting schemes like, being atheist makes you smarter. It doesn't. A Christian could come up with solutions to the world's problems without invoking religion. No, I think the world's problems, I mean, we can solve world hunger. Maybe not completely solve it, but we can fix it. It's just going to require a lot of time and a lot of money and a lot of understanding. And there's so many other things, and people pose solutions, and other people say, no, that's not right, this is the solution, and then you get this arguing that happens. You see it in politics. People looking for a solution to the same problem, wanting to go about it two completely different ways, or three completely different ways. And, I mean, in the end, almost like nothing gets done. So anyway, I hope I answered those questions sufficiently. I might have not touched deeply enough on some things. If I didn't address a question thoroughly, then I apologize. But these were very interesting questions, and I was glad to answer them. So, until next time, see ya.